Okay, wait. It's the same question. It's a leaf structure. It's the lower surface of leaf. They have mentioned it very clearly. And the stomata are visible. So what are these cells? If this is stomata, which is an opening between something, what are these cells? Where is stomata present? It's an opening of guard cells. It's an opening of guard cells. Okay. Next question is stomata allow the movement of gases in and out of the cell. We have done this through a movement called as diffusion. During daytime, yes, gases diffuse basically. During the daytime, oxygen passes out and carbon dioxide passes in. Okay, so what is the equation? The equation is that carbon dioxide, yes, and it produces glucose. Learn this equation, please. Now, this oxygen is given out. Okay, you need to explain that how it is given out or why it is given out. Okay, so first of all, you need to mention that why it moves out. First of all, the very first reason you should be mentioning why it should move out, because there is more oxygen. It's because of diffusion, right? More oxygen inside the cell than outside. Okay, inside cell than outside. That's why it moves outside. Okay, the very first thing, because of the concentration gradient. Or you can also say that oxygen moves out of the cell or diffuse out of the cell. We can also write this, that oxygen, it's a 3 mark. Oxygen diffuse out of the cell due to concentration gradient. Okay, now how does it move out? Like what? Oh, sorry, not how does, like what causes it. So when we talk about the concentration gradient, we need to mention there is more oxygen outside and lesser oxygen inside. That we have mentioned already. Due to concentration gradient, where is oxygen produced? We have mentioned it is produced during photosynthesis. Okay, so very first point is this, second point is this, third point is this. Because these points are similar, so I'm not like counting them a separate point, it's same. So your third point should be that uh, more oxygen, why there is more oxygen present inside the cell, we should be mentioning here. Because because only some of the oxygen is used in respiration. Some of the oxygen is used in respiration and most of oxygen is surplus or waste. Shall I tell again? So the very first point is that carbon dioxide, oxygen is produced during the process of photosynthesis. There is no need to write the equation, but you should know the equation. Then we say that some of the oxygen is used in respiration, the rest of oxygen is surplus and is waste. So there would be more oxygen inside the cell than outside. Oxygen diffuse out of the cell due to this concentration gradient. Okay, but we need to mention that it moves through the diffusion and everything. Okay, next part. Where is the next part? Okay, the next part is describe the path taken. Now from where it passes out of the cell. Let's wait 1 minute. Again, there is a question. Okay, describe the path taken by carbon dioxide molecule after it passed through the stomata during daytime until it becomes a glucose molecule. Now, how carbon dioxide enters the plant and how it moves through the plant. So, first of all, carbon dioxide diffuse into the leaf. Okay. First of all, it moves inside the leaf through diffusion. Okay. First of all, it moves inside the leaf through diffusion. So carbon dioxide diffuses into the leaf due to difference in concentration. My question is describe the path taken by carbon dioxide. So we were discussing that it diffuses into the cell because of the difference in concentration. Okay. Okay. So can you hear me? Okay. So how will it move now? First it diffuses into the leaf, then it moves through the air spaces which are present in mesophyll, spongy mesophyll cells. There's no need to write spongy mesophyll cells, just mention that there are air spaces. Then it moves into the mesophyll cells due to concentration difference. First of all, it um, dissolves in water, dissolves in water. Okay. Then it moves through cell wall, then moves through cell membrane, and finally reaches chloroplast for photosynthesis, because we have to tell till it becomes glucose. So we need to tell then it undergoes photosynthesis, react with water, react with water and form glucose. Okay, so this should be your answer from start till end. This again I'm repeating. First of all, carbon dioxide diffuses into the cell through diffusion, yeah, because of diffusion, because there is lesser concentration inside than outside. Then it moves through the air spaces and dissolves in water. Then it moves through first of all cell wall, then through cell membrane, and finally it enters the chloroplast where it undergoes photosynthesis and react with water and form glucose. Okay. Okay, we have discussed this table in detail already, that why there is a need of having more leaf area in the grassland, in the water lily, and in the dry area, and why there are more stomata present in the upper surface or in the lower surface. We have discussed this already in detail. Now the question is state how the stomatal density of annual meadowgrass differ from the stomatal densities of other two species. Now we have to compare it, this one. This is our reference, okay? And we need to compare it, yes, we need to compare it with water lily and myrtle plant, okay? So first of all, let's compare it with water lily. Why water lily has lower stomata, has no stomata in the lower surface while more in the upper surface? So why do you think so? Yes, we have to we are comparing grassland plant with the water lily, okay? So so first of all, we say that stomata is present in upper and lower surface, and we need to give value. Lower surface in grasses, whatever the grass is, in meadow grass. Okay. While in water lily, there are stomata present only in the upper surface but not in the lower surface. Okay. Then we can also say that we can also compare it with the myrtle one. Next point is that there are more stomata on the lower surface and there are very fewer stomata on the upper surface. Okay. With the first one, yes, we need to compare both the lower two one with the upper one. We just need they haven't asked us about like what is the reason behind it. We're just comparing it first, and then we can tell the values. Okay, if this is like they're present in equal amount in the upper and lower surface. But if we talk about the water lily, in the lower epidermis they're very less, and the upper epidermis they're more, as compared to the anvil meadow. But if we compare anvil meadow grass and the common myrtle, then the anvil meadow would have more upper stomata in the upper epidermis. But if we talk about the dry scrubland plant, there would be lesser or very few or none stomata in the upper surface. Okay, so we just need to mention, okay, this one are present in upper surface. First we compare the upper surface of all three. Yes, and then the lower surface stomata, let's say stomata in epidermis, and then we have to compare the stomata in lower epidermis in all three species. Okay, okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, it's the last part. Suggest explanation. Now you have to, it's the last part of this question. So the last part is, now you have to give explanation that why there are more stomata in water lily and there are lesser stomata in common myrtle. This is the same reason that we have discussed earlier, that they are present in the aquatic environment, they have availability of water, that's why the more stomata are present on the lower surface. While we when we talk about the common myrtle, J. Exactly. The lower surface is in contact with water, so stomata are present in the upper surface only. Now, what is the purpose of that? We need to have give the explanation. What is the purpose of having the, okay? What can be the other reason? Okay, efficient uptake of water. What is the other reason? Efficient uptake of carbon dioxide. What is the main purpose of stomata? Sorry. What is the main purpose of stomata? Yes, transpiration. Transpiration. You need to remember this word. Okay, stomata related to transpiration. So if they're present on upper surface, there would be more transpiration, so they can easily get rid of water because they are in contact with water. Okay. G. Common myrtle, the stomata are present on the lower surface because it's present in the, sorry, yes, so there is, we can say that it's present in shade away from sun. So the water, the water is needed to be conserved. Exactly, we need to tell. In a cooler surface, scrubland, where there is less water, it is, but the sun is not that much available. It's a dry place. The water is less available. Okay. So if the yes, so if you don't want to write that, you can skip that. So we need, what two things we need to mention. Sorry, wait, wait. We need to just give them a quick explanation. First of all, as we have given them explanation that it is present, where it's present, and why there is need of stomata on the upper surface, and what is the advantage of having like the here advantage. Okay, position and habitat. Okay, again, habitat, position of stomata, they're present in lower surface, and what is the advantage of that. Exactly, exactly. So if you don't mention wind exposure, it would be okay because it's not mentioned in that table or whatever. It's more related to water conservation. Okay. हाँ चलो. Oh my god.